Hi, welcome to my channel. Let's get to the marks. Today I'm covering chemistry lesson 2 on atoms and elements. This is for the ISEB CE 13 plus exams. These are the exams you will need to take, the entrance exams for schools in the UK. Now, you can see here I have a modern interpretation of an atom with electrons spinning around a nucleus. You don't need to know that for these exams. What you do need to know is a more old-fashioned model of atoms. A scientist called John Dalton created a model of the world in which he thought that everything is made up of tiny spheres called atoms. He believed these were the smallest units of matter possible. Matter is the physical stuff around us, and he thought that it was all made of tiny balls, which we call atoms. We now know that this model was not perfectly correct, but it is still useful in explaining the behavior of particles. Think about the lesson on solids, liquids, and gases, and how we can explain the way they behave using Dalton's model of thinking of atoms or particles as small spheres. There are different types of atoms, and we call these elements. You can see from this picture there's red, purple, yellow, green, and blue, different types of spheres, and we call those elements. Atoms are the tiny balls or spheres that make up matter. The different types of these atoms are called elements. So let's see if you get that. How many atoms are shown here? Well, that's 8. And how many elements are shown here? Well, that's 3. We've got the blue, the yellow, and the red. There are roughly 100 different types of atoms that we call elements. We find these in the periodic table, which is this chart here, which has symbols for all the different types of elements. And you can see each symbol represents a different element. Here the symbol Na represents the metal element called sodium. And elements either have a capital letter as their symbol or a capital letter followed by a lowercase, as is here with sodium, which has the symbols Na. Of the roughly 100 elements in our periodic table, 2/3 are metal elements, outlined here in grey, and 1/3 are non-metal elements. So most of the building blocks of the universe are metals. You'll notice above there is this element with the symbol H. This is hydrogen. And hydrogen, there's a big argument in the scientific community. Is it a metal? Is it a non-metal? So you'll often find it hovering above the rest of the periodic table to show that it's a controversial element. Now let's move on and look at the elements that you need to know for your 13 plus entrance exams. In here, metals have different properties, and one of those is that when you strike a metal, they make a ringing sound. Another property is thermal conduction. Metals allow heat to pass through them very quickly, which is why most of the cooking implements in your kitchen are made of metal. Metals are also able to conduct electricity, and that means they allow current or charge to flow through them, which makes them perfect for electrical wiring. Metals are also shiny in appearance, and this makes them ideal for making jewellery. Metals can also be bent or shaped into different shapes, like a spoon or a car body, and they don't snap when we bend or shape them. The word to describe this property is malleable. Metals also are strong and hard, which is why we use them for making things like bridges or buildings. And finally, that ringing sound that metals make when you smack a spoon on the table or on a glass, that is sonorous. The property is sonorous. For your 13 plus exam, you must know the symbols of the following 12 elements off by heart. So let's start with hydrogen. Hydrogen, as you can see here in this picture below, is found inside stars like our sun, and it literally powers the stars in the universe. The symbol for hydrogen is a capital H. Sodium. Sodium, as we saw before, has the symbol capital N lowercase a. It's a reactive silver-coloured metal. Magnesium, another silver-coloured metal with the symbol capital M lowercase g. Magnesium's another reactive metal, and here I'm burning it with a bright white flame. You can see this video, or you can see this in another one of my videos. For your 13 plus chemistry exam, make sure you learn these off by heart. We have calcium, yet another silver-coloured metal. Calcium compounds are found in the bones of our skeleton. That went off a bit quick. Then we have iron, which has the symbol Fe. Iron is a dark metal which plays a vital role in our blood. It helps transport the oxygen around your body. Finally, we have our final metal symbol. We have Cu, and Cu stands for copper, an orange unreactive metal used in electrical wiring, water pipes, and cooking pots. Now let's look at the non-metal elements that you have to know the symbols for off by heart. Here we have carbon, which has the symbol capital C, found in graphite and diamonds and in the organic molecules of life. Now we have nitrogen. Nitrogen is a gas with the symbol N, an unreactive gas that constitutes 78% of our atmosphere. Another gas in the atmosphere is represented by the symbol O, and this is oxygen. It makes up 21% of our atmosphere. Then we have the symbol S, which stands for sulfur. Sulfur is a yellow solid found near the volcanic vents. So you can see the yellow solid here around the crater of this volcano. Cl, capital Cl, stands for chlorine. Chlorine is a green gas. It's been used to kill bacteria in drinking water and swimming pools. And finally, we're looking at a gas that is the second lightest element in the periodic table, and that is helium. Helium is formed inside stars. Okay, rewatch the video and learn the names and symbols of these elements until you have them locked in your memory. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel so I can produce more like this to help you pass those 13 plus entrance exams to the independent schools. So don't forget, let's get to the marks. Coming next, the next lesson in the series is compounds. So can you name these different compounds? Because you need to know these off by heart. Take care, guys.